The Afton-Bain race was something extraordinary to witness. Republicans poured millions of dollars and an army of manpower into protecting a district that Trump won by more than 20 points. Afton shifted the narrative. In a race that was supposed to be won by Republicans in a landslide, she moved the margin in a way that, though they will never admit it, sent shockwaves. And the best part is, she gets to start campaigning right now, all over again. This cycle, we're going to see Democrats jump into deep red districts all across America, R plus 20, 25, even R plus 30, leaving no community, no district unchallenged. But the real question is what will have to happen in order to close those massive gaps? Leaders like Afton Bain in Tennessee and Caitlin Dray in Iowa, who actually won her race, are handing us a playbook. But what's going to come next is going to require relentless data work, smart strategy, and bold tactics to make the margins close even further and to close those massive gaps. But today, I am not going to give you strategy or data. Nope, none of that. I'm just going to give you a funny that I think is worth talking about. For years, you've heard people lecture Black voters. Democrats shouldn't just expect to get your vote because you're Black. They dragged poor Joe Biden for saying, if you ain't voting for Democrats, you ain't Black. When we all understood the point in our lifetime, in my lifetime, even with all of their imperfections, even with all my imperfections, Democrats have delivered far more for Black Americans and, frankly, all Americans than the Republican Party has ever even attempted. But here's the part that no one talks about that I find so interesting. No one ever tells white Trump voters, Republican voters, hey, just because you're white, Republicans and MAGA shouldn't expect you to vote for them. Nobody says that because that expectation is baked in, my friends, because that's what they've always done. And just take a look at what they're voting for. A party that, frankly, no matter what your race, lies to your face with the expectation that you won't question it, blocks your right to join a union, tells your kids which books they're allowed to read, decides when and how you can start a family, dictates who you can marry, raises your taxes while protecting billionaires, and demands you accept cruelty and chaos as the new normal. So, yes, that's funny. But it's also deadly serious because the people lecturing Black voters about loyalty never question that blind loyalty that keeps white Republicans voting Republican no matter what, that keeps their communities voting against their own freedom, their own wages, their own families, and calling it tradition. So, what will have to happen in order to close those massive gaps? I don't know. But I guess this really isn't that funny anymore. Hmm.